If you keep running your mouth, people are going to want to see it just to see you get knocked out. Claressa Shields is back on her grade A bull crap, bringing up the fact again that she should fight Keith Thurman.
Think that you could beat Keith Thurman?
Now let me tell you something.
I gotta ask.
I'm about to be real with you.
Yes.
Keith Thurman is not that great of a boxer. Is he strong?
Yes.
Yes. But what else? I'm just being honest with you. What else? Now, would I get in the ring and try to go blow Keith Thurman? No, I'm not a dummy. But I'm bigger than Keith Thurman. I'm a woman, but I'm bigger. I'm longer. I got better skill. Keith got to land before he can. And then if you talking about, oh, he only got to land once, he only got to land more than once to get me out of there. But how is he gonna take the punch that I give to him? Keith Thurman can't take no body shot.
Baby girl, please stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. There are women's and men's divisions for a reason. Okay? Keith Thurman is called one time for a reason.
Connor's unable to cut off the ring, and he eats a right hand, and he is hurt. A left hand, and shortly.
The man has 32 fights and 22 knockouts. Not only does he have to hit you once, he can hit elite male boxers one time and they go on night-night. This is no discussion. I don't even know why you're egging this on. You putting this narrative out there and poking at this man is ridiculous. It's disrespect. Because if he responds to you, he's not going to get nothing but negative backlash, and you know it.
And if the fans were actually interested in something like this, it's not really in my heart, it's not in my soul, but for the people and for charity, I would make something like that happen.
Nobody really wants to see this fight. But if you keep running your mouth, people are going to want to see it just to see you get knocked out. Come on now. You're talking to an elite champion, okay? Keith one-time Thurman is nobody to be playing with, okay? But if you really want to look into the fact of what's going on, Claressa, you do not even have the number of fights that this man has, and there's a reason why. You're the best at what you do. And there's not many ladies that can compete with you at what you do, but that gives you no right to go up here and disrespect this man who has proven himself in probably the toughest division in boxing at this point in time. That you would go out here and beat him. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Now, we already saw what happened with you when you were sparring a guy who was around your size, who's nowhere near on the level of a Keith Thurman.
Yeah. Oh!
But here you go. You keep talking this stuff, man. Nobody wants to hear it. Just be quiet. Stay in your lane, boo-boo, and do your thing. Okay? There's a difference between women's boxing and men's boxing. I don't know where this delusion comes from. I don't know if you're bored or not, but let's keep it a stack since we're going to talk about it. Let's keep it a stack. You have a total of 14 fights and only 2 knockouts. So you think you're going to really do some damage to a welterweight champion? You think you're going to do some damage to Keith Thurman? You think that's what's really going to happen? No, it's not. It's not. People in Claressa's camp, you need to tell her to stop and hush up. It's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing, Claressa. We love you. You are arguably the greatest women's fighter of all time, boxer of all time. You still got some people to compete against in women's boxing. This narrative that you're doing, it needs to stop. I don't like to hear it. Any other boxing fans really don't like to hear it. Okay? And I don't think this fight should get made. I don't think it ever will get made. You should take a page out of Serena Williams' book.
men's tennis and women's tennis are completely almost two separate sports. So I'm like, if I were to play Andy Murray, I would lose 6-0, 6-0 in 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because it's true. It's true.
Honestly, really.
It's a completely different sport. The men are a lot faster, and they serve harder, they hit harder. It's just a different game, and I love to play women's tennis, and I only want to play girls because I don't want to be embarrassed. I would not do the tour. I wouldn't do Billie Jean any justice. So Andy, stop it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you kill me.
Even though Serena Williams is the most popular tennis player on earth, she even recognized that there are two different games, that there's a different game between men's tennis and women's tennis. She said it. And there's no disrespect to Serena, but it's differences. It's a biological difference in the body. Things are different, okay? Your fast twitch don't move as fast. You're not as powerful, okay? And you got to get over it. It's not a thing to you. I don't know if you were just bored with the women's division and you're just trying to find a way to make noise and promote yourself, but this ain't the way to do it. This ain't the way to do it. You got dropped in sparring by a guy who was your size and was nowhere near on the level of a Keith Thurman, and you made bullshit excuses.
Come here, took the gloves off, I held them, and then his coach I snapped up and said, no. I said, what the fuck are these? And then like the little dude was acting like he didn't speak English no more. And then his coach was like, I had got these gloves from Roberto Duran, these were good. I said, who the fuck wears this kind of gloves in sparring? There's no padding in here. So I ran up to my car to get my knife, and by the time I came back in, the coach John was grabbing me because I was about to cut the coach. Because the coach said he gave him the gloves, I'm about to cut you. If he done dropped me, I was, and like I said, this is 2018. I'm a changed woman now, but every time I see that coach, I be like, what? I'll take your ass up.
Talking about he took padding out his gloves because you whipped him early in the week. We all know it's bullshit, and no one's really even going crazy over that because it's sparring. People get dropped in sparring. It's no shade on you, but instead of you coming out and saying, hey, I just got dropped. It is what it is. I'm training. You came out and you try to make all these bullshit excuses of why you got dropped in sparring. So now when you make that excuse, people are just going to come at you and just tear you apart. Claressa, stay in your lane and fight the women that are coming in your division. Because this whole thing of you fighting Keith Thurman, it's not going to happen. Or if you call out somebody else who at least is even close, call out a guy with close to 14 fights. That makes more sense. Call out a guy close to 14 fights that you can somehow make a case to fight Keith Thurman. Because you don't have a case right now. The resumes don't add up. Okay? I mean, I don't blame you. The competition is not there. The competition for you is not really there at this point in time. Don't worry, women's boxing is going to get there eventually because of you. But don't go making these crazy claims talking about, oh, you can beat up Keith one-time Thurman. No, that's not going to make you look any better in your career and take it and add any to your accomplishment. If anything, it just makes you look foolish. Stay in your lane. Do your thing. We're going to love you. But this whole narrative of you fighting Keith Thurman has to stop. It has to stop.